Making a short video today, tearing down an old dirty carburetor. This is off a V65 Magna, 1983 model. This would apply to lots of different bikes. I have the principles here to apply to generally any bike. So I've already got the top cap and the fuel bowl taken off. Oh, they came off fairly easy using a impact screwdriver. Actually, most of the screws came out with just a screwdriver. But I've got these laid out on the workbench, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you might want to use an engraver or a scribe pencil or something to mark them so as you can put them back together. These are pretty cruddy carbs. Fuel bowl has a pin there, it just pulls out. I have had to heat the towers up where that pin goes through, and boy, you got to be careful because you can melt that real easy. These have the removable seat for the needle valve. Choke on these is a little bit different to take off. First off, we got to remove the arm. And on this one, it's got a little plastic sleeve right here. Boy, this bike's been sitting for a long time. These carbs are pretty dry and cruddy, and you want to be real careful here not to break that little sleeve. And these vary so widely on bikes. There's going to be just a different styles of the actuator arm on the choke plunger. A lot of the Hondas seem to be a 14 millimeter. I've had them where you can't really get a wrench in there at such tight clearance. They're usually just snug. Can be a little bit tricky disengaging that choke actuator from the choke plunger. Removing that sleeve gives you a little bit of extra play in there. It's a stubborn one. And once you get it past there, swing the arm up out of the way. There's the choke plunger. Got a little cap on it, a little spring behind the cap. Stuff is in desperate need of cleaning on this one. There's the actuator arm with the sleeve, or the actuator rod rather, with the sleeve back over it, and there's the arm that goes on the end of the actuator shaft. Really try to avoid using tools to disengage the actuator from the plunger. You shouldn't really need to, and going in there and grabbing something with pliers is just asking to bend or break something. So all we got left in there is the main jetting with nozzle and the secondary jet, or I don't know what it's technically called. I haven't looked this one up yet. Second jet. Didn't come out too bad. There it is. Screwdrivers, hollow ground screwdriver. You can buy those about anywhere. And I may not say hollow ground screwdriver. You know, every one of these 4-in-1 or 6-er ones I've ever seen has been hollow ground. And that doesn't come to a point like a conventional screwdriver, like a chisel shape. It arches and then flattens out. I know I've said that before in one of my videos, but that's like what a gunsmith would use. Maybe not just like, but similar. I'll preheat this up just a little bit here. I'm heating the brass nozzle. Every one of these so far has been really tight. Using a socket to remove the nozzle first. That little bit of heat softens up that old gunky fuel. Now there's an empty carb body ready for cleaning. And unless you're sure of yourself and done it before, I would not mess with those butterfly screws in there. Those things like to strip out, and when they do, you're probably going to be looking for a new carburetor. I clean them in place. I know some of those probably have a removable seal, but I'm not going to cover that today. We're just doing a little tear down. So I've got that clamped in an adjustable wrench there just to hold it. I'll go ahead and heat up the main jet till it's really hot, because these things are really stuck. If you hear a little crackling and sputtering and see a little wisp of smoke, that's good. That's the old varnish from the fuel breaking down. Use the biggest screwdriver tip that you can fit in there. And I'm just laying that wrench down. I got it clamped in there pretty tight. Just laying it down at a 45-degree angle so I can put a lot of downforce on that screwdriver. And that's how you get the main jets out without tearing the heads all up. A little bit hot. No, she's out of there. Nice to have enough work area to do this. Keep everything organized. A sturdy work surface, a good workbench or whatever. You don't want to set some a board up on some milk crates and bump the thing and have your parts go everywhere. That would kind of suck. But there's the principle of tearing down a carburetor. It's not all that hard. So hope that helps. Thanks for looking.